You're bloated, you're tired, you're eating clean, but your gut feels like it's under attack. And here's the disturbing truth. It's not the fast food, it's the health food that's wrecking you. The foods you trust, your smoothies, your whole grains, your plant-based snacks, are silently tearing holes in your gut lining, triggering inflammation, and hijacking your metabolism. Let me hit you with a fact that should make you rethink your entire grocery list. Some of the most popular clean foods are clinically shown to activate zonulin, a protein that opens up the tight junctions in your intestinal wall. That's leaky gut, a condition where toxins, undigested food particles, and bacteria leak into your bloodstream. And once that happens, your immune system goes haywire. You get brain fog, fatigue, skin issues, and autoimmune flare-ups, all while thinking you're eating healthy. And that's what makes this so frustrating, because you're doing everything right. You've cut out sugar, you've added fiber, you're drinking green smoothies, you're following the influencers, you're reading the labels, but your gut is inflamed, your digestion is sluggish, your brain fog is real, and worst of all, you're being punished for trying to be healthy. Here's the promise of this video. I'm going to expose 7 foods that are marketed as clean, natural, and gut-friendly, but are actually destroying your gut lining, feeding dysbiosis, and sabotaging your metabolism. And I'll show you exactly what to eat instead, so you can heal your gut, restore microbial balance, and finally feel clear, lean, and energized again. Ready? Let's start by busting the biggest myth in gut health that's keeping you sick. You've been told to eat more fiber, to go plant-based, to swap out animal fats for seed oils, to drink oat milk instead of dairy, and to load up on whole grains for heart health. But here's the problem. That advice is based on outdated reductionist nutrition science. It ignores the complexity of the gut ecosystem and how certain compounds in these foods can trigger inflammation, disrupt microbial balance, and damage your intestinal barrier. Most mainstream health advice treats the gut like a calorie funnel. Just eat less, move more, and you'll be fine. But your gut isn't just a tube. It's a high-security operating system. It's lined with tight junctions, microscopic gates that decide what gets absorbed and what gets rejected. And when those gates malfunction, you get leaky gut. That's when undigested food particles, toxins, and bacteria leak into your bloodstream. Your immune system freaks out, inflammation skyrockets, and your body starts attacking itself. Brain fog, fatigue, skin flare-ups, autoimmune issues, all of it rooted in gut dysfunction. Here's the myth. Healthy foods are always good for your gut, but many of them contain anti-nutrients, emulsifiers, glyphosate residues, and fermentable fibers that feed the wrong bacteria or damage the gut lining. Take whole wheat bread. It's marketed as heart healthy, but it contains gluten and wheat germ agglutinin, a lectin that mimics insulin and binds to the gut wall, triggering inflammation. Or oat milk, praised as a dairy-free alternative. But most commercial oat milks are loaded with glyphosate, added sugars, and emulsifiers that disrupt the mucosal barrier and feed pathogenic bacteria. And here's the kicker. You won't feel the damage immediately. It's slow, silent, and cumulative. You'll just notice that you're more bloated, more tired, more reactive to foods, and you'll blame your body when it's actually the food. So now that we've exposed the myth, let's unveil the real system behind gut health, the human OS, and how these foods interact with your biology at the cellular level. Let's shift gears, Because now that you know the myth, let me show you the real system that governs your gut health. Not the calorie-counting food pyramid nonsense. I'm talking about your human operating system, your gut OS. Your gut isn't just a digestion machine, it's a command center. It controls nutrient absorption, immune signaling, hormone regulation, even your mood. Over 70% of your immune system lives in your gut, and your gut bacteria produce neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and GABA. So, when your gut is compromised, everything crashes. Energy, focus, metabolism, immunity. Here's how it works. Your gut lining is made of epithelial cells held together by tight junctions. These junctions are like security gates. They decide what gets in and what stays out. Now, certain compounds like gluten, emulsifiers, and fructose overload activate a protein called zonulin. Zonulin opens those gates, and when that happens, you get intestinal permeability, aka leaky gut. Think of your gut lining like a coffee filter. It's supposed to let nutrients through while keeping toxins out. But these foods, they punch holes in the filter. Now you've got bacterial fragments, undigested proteins, and lipopolysaccharides leaking into your bloodstream. Your immune system freaks out, inflammation skyrockets, and your body starts attacking itself. But it doesn't stop there. These foods also disrupt your microbiome balance. They feed the wrong bacteria, like firmicutes, which are linked to obesity and inflammation. And they starve the good guys, like Akkermansia muciniphila, which protects your gut lining and regulates metabolism. And here's the kicker. When your gut bacteria are out of balance, they produce the wrong metabolites. Instead of short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which heal the gut and reduce inflammation, you get endotoxins, ammonia, and histamine overload. So, what's the fix? You need to stop feeding the invaders and start rebuilding your gut wall, restoring microbiome diversity and calming the immune system. Let me ask you something. What's the one food you thought was healthy, but always leaves you bloated, foggy, or inflamed? Drop it in the comments below. I read every one, and your experience might help someone else spot their hidden trigger. Next, we're going to dive deep into the 7 specific foods doing the most damage and break down exactly how they hijack your gut. You'll be shocked by number 4. It's in almost every health snack bar. Now that you understand how your gut operates like a high-security system, let's expose the 7 foods that are sneaking past your defenses and causing metabolic chaos, immune overdrive, and digestive dysfunction. Food number 1, whole wheat bread. Marketed as heart-healthy and fiber-rich, but it's loaded with gluten and wheat germ agglutinin, a lectin that mimics insulin and binds to the gut wall. This triggers inflammation, increases intestinal permeability, and confuses your immune system. Think of WGA like a Trojan horse. It looks harmless, but once inside, it attacks your gut lining. Food number 2, agave syrup. Sold as a natural sweetener, but it's up to 90% fructose, which bypasses normal digestion and goes straight to the liver. Fructose feeds gram-negative bacteria, which release lipopolysaccharides, a major driver of systemic inflammation. Imagine pouring gasoline on a microbial fire. That's what agave does to your gut. Food number 3, plant-based meat alternatives. They look clean, they're vegan, but they're packed with emulsifiers, soy protein isolates, and texturizers that disrupt the mucosal barrier. Studies show emulsifiers like carboxymethylcellulose and polysorbate 80 can thin the mucus layer and allow bacteria to invade the gut wall. It's like removing the moat around your castle. Now the invaders walk right in. Food number 4, oat milk. It's dairy-free, right? But oats are often sprayed with glyphosate, a herbicide linked to gut dysbiosis and tight junction damage. Plus, commercial oat milks contain added sugars and canola oil, which feed bad bacteria and promote inflammation. Think of glyphosate as a chemical wrecking ball. It doesn't just kill weeds, it kills microbial diversity. Food number 5, protein bars. Convenient, yes, but most are loaded with sugar alcohols like maltitol and erythritol, which ferment aggressively in the colon. This leads to gas, bloating, and microbial imbalance. Plus, artificial fibers like HMO, isomalto-oligosaccharides, can spike insulin and feed the wrong microbes. It's like throwing a frat party for the worst bacteria in your gut. Food number 6, raw kale. A superfood, not always. Raw kale is high in oxalates and goitrogens, which can irritate the gut lining and suppress thyroid function. Oxalates bind to calcium and form crystals that can damage tissues. Imagine sandpaper scraping your gut wall. That's what raw kale can do in excess. Food number 7, fruit smoothies. They taste healthy, but blending fruit breaks down fiber and floods your system with liquid fructose. This bypasses satiety signals, spikes blood sugar, and feeds yeast and pathogenic bacteria. It's like giving your gut a sugar IV drip, fast, overwhelming, and inflammatory. Now that you understand how your gut operates like a high-security system, let's expose the 7 foods that are sneaking past your defenses and causing metabolic chaos, immune overdrive, and digestive dysfunction. If this level of detail is helping you connect the dots, hit that subscribe button, because in the next video, I'm breaking down the 3 nutrients that rebuild your gut wall and reverse leaky gut fast. You don't want to miss it. Next, we'll go into the action plan, what to eat instead, how to rotate foods, and how to start healing your gut today. Now that you know the 7 foods silently wrecking your gut, let's talk about what to do instead. Because awareness is powerful, but action is transformation. Step 1. Replace the offenders. Let's go food by food and swap out the gut destroyers for gut healers. Instead of whole wheat bread, go for sprouted sourdough, cassava flour tortillas, or almond flour wraps. These are lower in lectins, easier to digest, and don't trigger zonulin. Instead of agave syrup, use monk fruit, stevia, or raw local honey in moderation. These sweeteners don't spike fructose and won't feed endotoxin-producing bacteria. Instead of plant-based meat alternatives, choose grass-fed beef, wild-caught salmon, or pasture-raised eggs. Real protein, no emulsifiers, no isolates, just nutrient density. Instead of oat milk, try coconut milk, macadamia milk, or raw A2 dairy if tolerated. These options are lower in glyphosate and don't contain inflammatory oils. Instead of protein bars, eat real food snacks, boiled eggs, avocado, olives, or a handful of macadamias. No sugar alcohols, no artificial fibers, just clean fuel. Instead of raw kale, lightly steam it or rotate with arugula, dandelion greens, or watercress. These are lower in oxalates and support liver detox pathways. Instead of fruit smoothies, make gut-friendly smoothies with low fructose fruits like berries. Add collagen protein, chia seeds, and greens. This slows absorption, feeds good bacteria, and supports gut lining repair. Step 2. Add gut-rebuilding nutrients. Now let's talk about what to add to your diet to accelerate healing. Bone broth, rich in glycine, proline, and collagen to rebuild the gut wall. L-glutamine, a key amino acid that fuels enterocytes, your gut lining cells. Fermented foods, sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir. These restore microbial diversity. Zinc carnosine, clinically shown to support mucosal integrity. slippery elm, and marshmallow root, herbal mucilages that soothe and coat the gut lining. Step 3. Lifestyle protocols that accelerate healing. Food is foundational, but lifestyle matters too. Intermittent fasting gives your gut time to rest and triggers autophagy, the cellular cleanup process. Stress reduction. Chronic stress increases cortisol, which weakens the gut barrier. Try breath work, cold exposure, or walking in nature. Sleep optimization. Deep sleep is when your body repairs. Aim for 7 to 9 hours in a dark, cool room. Movement. Gentle exercise like walking or yoga improves gut motility and lymphatic drainage. Here's the bottom line. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Just start with one swap, one healing food, one lifestyle upgrade. Your gut is resilient. It wants to heal. You just have to stop attacking it and start supporting it. Let's lock this in. You came here thinking your diet was clean, but now you know 7 foods you thought were helping you are actually triggering leaky gut, feeding inflammatory bacteria, and wrecking your metabolism. Let's run them back. Number 1, whole wheat bread. Lectins and gluten tearing up your gut wall. Number 2, agave syrup. Fructose overload feeding endotoxins. Number 3, plant-based meats. Emulsifiers thinning your mucosal barrier. Number 4, oat milk. Glyphosate, sugar, and inflammatory oils. Number 5, protein bars. Sugar alcohols and artificial fibers fermenting in your colon. Number 6, raw kale. Oxalates and goitrogens irritating your gut and thyroid. Number 7, fruit smoothies. Liquid fructose bomb bypassing satiety and feeding dysbiosis. But here's the good news. You now have the blueprint to fix it. A. Swap the offenders for gut-healing alternatives. B. Add bone broth, fermented foods, and L-glutamine. And C. Use fasting, sleep, and stress reduction to accelerate healing. Your gut is not broken. It's inflamed, overloaded, and under-supported. But it can regenerate, it can rebuild, and it can thrive if you give it the right inputs. If this video helped you connect the dots, like it, share it, and drop a comment with your biggest takeaway. Let me know what food surprised you the most. But most importantly, click here to watch the next video in this series, where I break down the 3 nutrients that rebuild your gut wall and reverse leaky gut fast. We'll go deep into butyrate, zinc carnosine, and collagen peptides, and how to use them strategically to heal from the inside out. Your gut is your operating system. Protect it, feed it, and it will reward you with clarity, energy, and resilience.